Good evening, everybody. David Paul here in the KHOU 11 Weather Center. It is Wednesday evening. We had many sightings in our northern counties last night of the aurora borealis. It was a faint red glow to the north. I saw some pictures from Lake Houston, from Lake Livingston. You had to get into areas where there was very, very little light pollution. You might, especially if you use your phone, you might not be able to see it with the naked eye, but in our northern counties tonight, using your phone, you might be able to see a very faint red glow in the northern sky. That is the northern lights. We had a big solar storm a couple of days ago, and the particles, the energized plasma, is bumping into our ionosphere right now and causing the northern lights. So will you be able to see it? Cloud-wise, we got a little bit of cloud cover out there now. It's not bad. Mostly clear, 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock. So if you want to do this, get out into an area where you're away from lights. Like you got to get into rural parts of the county to make this work. And most likely you will only be able to see it using your phone. And the reason is the phone camera is more sensitive to light than the human eye. I'm going to show you how to adjust the settings on it here in a second to get a little bit more visibility. Also up on KHOU 11 Plus, you can look at Pat Cavlin did a complete outline on how to adjust your phone to maybe get a little bit of northern light glow in it tonight. You can see it with the naked eye from about Kansas northward tonight. It'll be quite a show, but down to Houston, you can see it maybe using your camera. Again, the camera on our phone's more sensitive to those wavelengths of light that are coming through with the aurora borealis. So how to do this? So this is on an iPhone. Go to the camera setting, swipe up to expose the settings. You want to go to your iris, and you want to open up the iris as far as it'll go. Go to max 10. Set that to max. Opens up the iris, gives you a little bit longer exposure and a better chance of getting a little bit of an orangey or reddish glow if you're pointing the camera to the north tonight. And if you're away from lights, you will not be able to see it from downtown. Last night we had sightings from Montgomery County northward. I went out to the roof at the time that was happening. Took a look to the north, could see nothing. Even with the camera, could see nothing. We just have a little bit too much light pollution down here. Morning lows this morning, and I point these out. Tomball 49, Conroe 47, Pearland 54, because this was the last cool, chilly-ish morning that we're going to have for a while. We're going into a big warm-up here the second half of November as we head into the second half. These are forecast low temperatures for the next 7 days. Now keep in mind the average high temperature at this time of the year is 73. So morning lows are going to be not much below the normal high for this time of the year. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, mid-60s, and then it's towards 70 for morning lows Tuesday and Wednesday. And as far as afternoon high temps, 10 plus degrees above normal. Okay, normal high is 74. And highs will be in the mid-80s, a good 10 degrees or so each day for the next 7 above normal. Sunday, 86, the forecast high temperature. A good day to go to the beach. If you love the warm weather, we're getting an extended period of it to be outside. Fog. We could see a few spots. Let's see patchy, dense fog in the morning. I think if we're going to see that, it'll be north of I-10, especially rural areas of Montgomery County, Walker County, Polk, San Jacinto, Washington County. So just be advised, rural area, especially going down through some of those creek crossings, you could see a little bit of patchy fog, could be dense for a little bit as we go into tomorrow morning. High temp today did go to 83. How about at 228 at Bush Intercontinental Airport? Normal is 74, so we were almost 10 degrees above normal today. Only 2 off the record of 85. Record low is freezing, set on this day back in 1900. Current temps, 74 at Bush. Again, that's our normal high temp for the day. 73 Hobby, Pearland 73, Sugarland 73, Galveston is 70. It is a gorgeous evening outside. Look at it downtown. Looks like we got a plane on approach to probably going into Bush Intercontinental Airport heading north. Overnight tonight, Galena Park 64, Hunters Creek 63, Acres Home 63 on what will be a much more mild and patchy fog morning. Maybe going across some of the creeks. I know living out in Northwest Harris County, every now and then I'd have to go over White Oak Bayou, taking my kids to school, and quite often there'd be fog down in the bayou, and it wouldn't quite be up to the level of the bridge going over the bayou. Sunnyside 66 in the morning, McCalla 64, Pasadena 64, Channel View 66 in the morning, Spring Branch 63. So warmer than it's been, patchy fog here and there, and then temperatures not fall-like tomorrow. High temp 83, 84 in the spring area, 83 or so in downtown. Pearland 81, Pasadena 83, Brenham 83, Columbus 84 on what is going to be the first of many warm afternoons across Houston and southeast Texas. Right on the coast, it'll be in the mid to upper 70s as the surf temperature in the 70s is keeping you a little bit more moderate. Next 3 days then, 83 Thursday, 84 Friday, 84 on Saturday. If you love the beach, go. This will be a great weekend to go, getting some extended beach weather. However, we need rain. Drought continues. Drought report, we're going to get an update on this tomorrow. It updates every Thursday, so we get a fresh report tomorrow. I expect we'll see drought conditions at least expand a little bit as we've had very little rain the past week. It's severe drought, Liberty County, Northern Chambers County. It's moderate drought across the heart of the Houston area. It's severe to extreme drought, portions of Austin County, Colorado County, and out to the west. Industry, you're in that extreme drought. Cat Spring, New Ulm, you're right on the edge of that severe to extreme drought. Columbus in the extreme drought. Eagle Lake in the extreme drought portion of that as well. And rain chances don't bode well, at least for the next 7 days. Through next Wednesday, best I can do is a 20 to 30% chance for a scattered shower. That is not even close to what we need to put any kind of dent in our dry conditions. And if we don't get rain this fall, if we stay dry for the next couple of weeks, next month or so, we go into winter and we have a dry start to the spring, we could really just dive into a pretty significant drought in the late spring next year. I just point that out because farmers, ranchers, cattle, folks that have livestock, I know how that influences your planning. It's possible because we're also in a La Nina, which can statistically give us a little bit drier and warmer than normal winter overall. So why is it dry? Well, for the moment across the lower 48, the jet stream is just kind of going west to east. There are no big dips in the jet. We actually have a ridge, which is a warm jet stream pattern, especially underneath that ridge where we are. So that's a zonal flow west to east. That's not what you want to see if you need rain. What you need to see in the jet stream pattern to get rain is what's going on over the Pacific. You've got one big trough, big ridge, and then another big trough. These troughs in the upper levels help to lift the atmosphere and create rain and thunderstorms. So right now over the Pacific, that's where all the action is as far as rain and storminess. And where we are in the U.S., you can still see, look how it's just kind of very subtle wave going west to east across the country, so nothing going on. So when will this activity get into the United States? Well, it will begin to get in next week. So I'll put this in motion. What you'll see is that slowly this jet stream pattern, this much more active pattern, will work its way into the U.S. Here it comes. Now I'm going to fade it out so you can see the rain. It will bring rain, at least the models are suggesting, late next week. That's Thursday of next week. So 8 days out, models continue to suggest that will be when we have a chance for more widespread, meaningful rain. To what degree is still uncertain, being 9 days out, 8 days out, but that's what the models are saying. Putting some pretty good snow out there in the western Rocky states as well. That's Thursday of next week. Then going into Saturday of next week, this is November the 22nd, Saturday, the weekend before Thanksgiving. Perhaps we would get some widespread rain as well. Got our fingers crossed that that does plan out, as we do need the rain. Rainfall outlook. Now, NOAA, the 18th through the 22nd, wetter than normal, but the really wet stuff, much above normal wet weather, is in the desert Southwest, where we're kind of on the edge of wetter than normal, but we'll take it. And as far as the warm temperature outlook, we just stay above normal now through at least November 22nd. Warmer than normal, centered here over the southeast U.S. They are cooler than normal out west with the storminess and the snow coming in from the Pacific storms from L.A. to Vegas in the mountains there. Just a quick look at temps across North America. Houston, there we are at 74. There's a little frontal boundary here with some colder air behind it. That's going to slide into the northeast. And although they are 27 in Churchill, Big Trout Lake 32, there's nothing really extraordinarily frigid at the moment across even Canada and Alaska. Here are Thursday's numbers. Tomorrow, 66, mild start, a little bit of patchy fog, burning off quickly, 80 by noon, 83 in the afternoon. The extended forecast Friday, 84, Saturday 84, Sunday 86. And then it's just a slight chance for a few scattered showers Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 20 to 30% rain chance. It's not until next Thursday that the longer range models suggesting we could see more meaningful rain. That's a long range forecast, so things can change in that time period. We'll keep an eye on it for you as we move forward. Have a great evening, everybody.